So this ought to be a fun video today. We're going back to the place where I was digging a hole, and at the bottom of the hole there's a jawbone with teeth sticking out, and I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's human or not. I kind of doubt it. It's probably like a pig or something. But I want to go dig that out and look for artifacts around it. The only problem is it's starting to rain. So might be a quick video, unfortunately. And I've been on the road for a little while just to get here, so I'm not really happy. But I'm not going to dig in the mud. I'm too old for that. We're almost there. So we made it to the site. Everything is hunky-dory. It's not raining. We got our little buds here helping us. Yes, we do. And we have the jawbone is still down in there. Let's take a look at it. And I'll show you some of the stuff that's in the dirt right here, which is pretty cool. And I have my metal detector today. So we're going to find out what's going on here for sure. Okay, this is the dirt that came out of the hole. And we already looked at this, but it's been wetted down since we last looked. And looky here. Look at these cool the square nails in here. That's old window glass. There's some good old pottery. See that black streaking? That's charcoal. And here, little pottery there, some glass here. This looks like older stuff too. It's the oldest stuff I've seen in concentration on this property so far. That's a nice square nail. And look in the hole. That is a jawbone. Now, I don't think it's human, because it's not quite, it's too long that way, but I think that's pretty cool. What we're going to do, you can see the artifact layer too. See how dark this soil is? It's all organic matter from the house where they threw the trash out. So they came out of the back of the house and just pitched it over the hill. So this whole area in here is probably, you know, looted with trash. Could be some good stuff mixed in. We won't know until we metal detect and start looking around. But I just wanted you to see that. There's like a hole going down there too. Oh, there he is. It's a cave. Oh, looky, there's a hole going down there. That's pretty cool. So underneath that rock is a hollow that could be caused by, you know, an animal that had dug a tunnel through there sometime, or a cave under there, or it could have been a big chunk of organic matter that they threw in here, like a log or almost anything that rotted away or collapsed and created a cavity. But there's definitely cavity under that rock right there. Some more pottery here. I'll put it in that bucket over there for now. Move this over. I'm going to go ahead and dig this side out a little bit so we can get a good look at that jawbone down there and see what it is. And I'm going to cut the grass off in such a manner that we can just set it back on there when we're done. And it won't look like it's ever been a hole here, which is what you want to try to do. This kind of shovel is good for that, with the square blade, and get it pretty sharp. I'm just going to cut it right here. Should just lift up more or less in one piece. It's going to be a couple pieces, but not a big deal. All right, there we go. All right, I'm going to dig this out, set it right here. Oh, look, there's something right here. And we're going to go through with the metal detector, but let's look at this thing first. That's a handle to a knife or a fork or something, I do believe. I think it's going to be old. No, it isn't. Wow, what is it though? Not sure what that is. It's metal, it's very heavy. I think it's going to be brass. And it's broken. We'll get that cleaned up after a bit. Make some more guesses at that. Pretty sure it's brass. Not 100%, but pretty sure. Put that in a bucket. Go ahead and throw these nails and the pottery, because the owners here want me to keep all the pottery and stuff for them too. Or I won't keep the pieces of brick, but all right, down we go. Set this beside that dirt. Ooh, look, some more nice pottery. That's old stuff too. Should put a tarp down over there, but I think we'll be okay. If we get really serious at this, we'll go ahead and do that. Wow, look at that. That's pretty cool. It's a giant piece of crockery. Yeah, this is the best looking stuff I've seen so far on this property. Artifact wise. Probably won't get any whole bottles out of here, but man, there's a lot of pottery in there. Look at the nails rolling out of there. Nice square nail, look at that. And we'll gather all this stuff up. So I should take it easy going down through there. Rocks. Really want to see what that jawbone is. That's a nice old piece there. Looking for buttons and anything metal as we go down, or any type of button really. All right, to the side. Tell you what, I'm gonna go ahead and turn the camera off for a couple minutes, dig some of this out, and once we get ready to turn the metal detector on, which we'll do in just a couple minutes, I'll get you back out here again, okay? Still digging away. I haven't got the metal detector out yet, but I just want to show you this because it's just so cool. Digging down, trying to open it up till we get to that jawbone, but I'm digging nice chunks of pottery here. And that's some of the stuff I've gotten so far, just eyeballing. And I just wanted you to see all the charcoal. Lots of charcoal and organic matter in here I'm getting down to. I think this is going to be a good artifact layer, I hope. And yeah, just watch for a few minutes. The cave! It is an opening. That's a brick or something right there, isn't it? It's not a brick, but yeah, there's definitely some type of opening down here. And you know, it could be an animal carcass that rotted and left that cavity. We don't know that yet. Well, it could be a cave. Could really be a cave. The outhouse was up the hill from here, I do know that. So we're not in that vicinity. We're in the trash pile vicinity right now. Nice big piece there. I'm just hoping there's some decent metal in here, or decent artifacts, not just pieces. Look at all that metal down there. Oh, it's a bone. Is it human? I don't think that's going to be human. I think that's going to be like a pig or something, or a cow or a chicken. It'd be raining actually by the time I got here. It was definitely coming down on the windshield. Yeah, nice metal down there. I can see some rust. Should be getting down to the jaw too. I don't want to damage it too much just in case it's human. It was down in here somewhere, wasn't it? Yeah, I think it was right down in here. Ow, boy, that rock is sharp. I do have gloves, but I didn't think I'd really need them doing this kind of work, but I'm going to dig with my hands. I'm going to. Yeah, that's a big chunk of iron there. Oh, there it is. Is that it? No, that's not the jawbone, but that's a bone. That's like a thin iron sheet of something. I thought it was like right here, wasn't it? I wonder where it is. Did I move it? Maybe whatever it was went back into the bowels of the earth right there. I don't see it now. It's down far. I couldn't have been down this far, or could it have? I got to know. I know we didn't dig it up yet. No. That it? Oh, there it is over there. Oh, I forgot I made the hole bigger. What a dummy. Yeah, definitely a little bit of a dummy on that one. You know, I think I'm going to go get my... No, I don't need gloves. Just use this for now. And take a look at it, make sure it's just an animal, not a human. If it's a human, of course we need to not dig in here. Oh, that tells me exactly what it is right here. And if you've been watching my video, you know too. This is not a bear claw. Do you know what it is? That's a tusk to a pig. So my guess is this is going to be a pig jaw. That tusk just came out of it. You notice there's it's definitely not human. All right. I'll get this cleaned out and we'll check it with metal detector, see what we got. Okay, let's go ahead and pull it out. Is it human? I guess we'll never know. There's a piece missing. Yeah, so that was a tusk from this one. I had it backward. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and clear this dirt out of here. We'll spread it out and we'll get the metal detector on it to make sure we're not wasting our time. We're already not wasting our time though, because there's so many cool pieces of pottery and I love the bones. Even if they're not human. See what we got. I'm looking for good metals right now. We can always sift it for the iron later. All right, that could be something. Or it might be, well, yeah, it could be something. What is it? You know I'm gonna have to go back to the truck and get my pinpointer at this rate. Probably not though. Here, let me sit you down. This is how I would normally do it when I'm not holding a camera. You'll get a signal like that and you just set the thing down real quick and just pick up the dirt you have in your hand. There's metal in here, I think, but it's not what we heard. Yeah, it could be a coin, it could be a button, could be almost anything. Oh no, it is ferrous. This is a, I think it's ferrous. No, that's a weird one. This is a typical ring that you would find on horse and horse equipment and plow pieces and stuff like that. Of course, leather straps would go through here, so you could have like 3 leather straps hooked on going different directions. That's very crude. It looks almost like they poured it here though. Like it's handmade. It's not a machine-made ring, which is curious because there is a pile over there. I don't think I ever showed it to you, of molten glass, which looks like it was from an ironworks. I haven't had a chance to ask the owners where that came from. But yeah, that's what we heard. It's squeaking because it was round and just really nice. All right, let's put it in the bucket. Is this again? I was hopeful for that. There's got to be stuff in here though. Those are all nails. There's probably something there. Could be the trowel over there. Yeah, we're going to need to really sift this, I think. That may be something, or it might just be multiple iron targets. That's a nail or something there. I need to crank that discrimination back down so that we can. Yeah, let's do it. I'm gonna put the discrimination all the way on 0 so that you can hear how much iron is really in here. And my battery is also on 1 bar, which means I have to change it like as soon as I turn the camera off. Oh, there's so much iron. I can just see the iron everywhere, nails and. All right. We'll have to spread it out some more. I'm gonna have to go get another battery pack first though, because I don't like to hunt with it on 1 bar. I don't mind 2, but not 1. That beeping noise, the electric fence they have for some pigs that they have. And this is what the battery indicator is. It has a number of bars that go across. Now when it gets to 1, it still works fine most of the time, you know, until it's like almost out. They've told me at the factory that it'll work until it just goes dead, and it does. But I've noticed that toward the end of its life, it becomes, it doesn't work quite as well. So when I hit 1 bar now, I get rid of it, but that could be 40 hours of use. I mean, this is what they use for battery packs, and they just last forever. Well, seems like they last forever. Well, I just put fresh batteries in, and you can see it is, you know, all the way up. It's 4 bars. 0 mode. I'm gonna bump that discrimination. I want you to listen to it now because I just used this, and it sounds like the signals are actually crisper than they were before. So that 1 bar thing, that's what I'm gonna do for now on. As soon as it hits a bar, I'm getting rid of the batteries and getting new ones. But it just sounds crisper. Now what I'm going to do is, there's nail there, it just kind of spread it out again, and we'll listen to it. Those are all nails. Listen for that little squeak. Probably should have a smaller loop on there. Let's go in the hole, see what we can hear. The sidewalls. All right, I'm not hearing any squeakers. So I'm gonna go ahead and dig it down a little bit, see how far down it goes. We'll spread the dirt out good, listen with the metal detector, take some off, put it in hole, take some off, put it in hole, and we'll listen to it in between. And I'm gonna not dig too much here because the homeowners are not home today. And I don't know if they want to be here to see this or even help. I'm not sure. So I don't want to take all the excitement away from them if they're really into it. And if they're not into it, we'll come back and we'll lay out a tarp and we'll get the big sifter and we'll sift and hopefully find some good stuff. All right, let me dig it out. I'll get to the natural dirt on the bottom. We'll take a look at the hole, and sounds like somebody's up there, and we'll go from there. I hate to do this, but I guess I'm at kind of a stopping point because I don't want to go too far without the owners having a chance to look at it and decide if they really want me to dig their yard up right here. But there's a lot of great artifacts, and I'm going to show them to you in a minute. I'm down to where the soil's changing color, but there's some holes going down, and there's pottery going down another foot below what I've already dug. So if we do dig this out, we may have to go down another, who knows, we might have to go down 15 feet, who knows. But let me show you what we have. I'll show you the soil colors, and we do have a bottle. Don't know if it's whole, but one thing I can tell you is this. Where that bottle lays is the age, is the approximate age of this midden at that level. Now, a foot below it could be 100 years older. But we know that if that's a 1920s bottle, which it looks like it could be, that trash was being dumped here in the 1920s, more than likely. So just taking a quick look, you can see where we've dug down. There's pieces of bone. I think that's either water, that's charcoal actually. There's the bottle I'm telling you about, and we're going to dig that out in just a minute. Some iron rust here. There's a piece of iron there. Lots more pottery. Something, that's just a rock, I guess. There's pottery sticking out here. Bunch of redware down in the hole. And if you look way down in there, that hole keeps going. Now, I kind of filled it up with the loose dirt as I was pulling it out of there, but it goes down well beyond what you can see. Some type of piece of iron strap in the wall. We're going to pull that out too. We're going to go ahead and pull all the artifacts out of here and look at them. And then I'm going to backfill it and see what the owners want to do. All right, let's pull these things out of the hole and see what we got. Oh, yeah, let me show you this too before we get too busy. It gets lighter, and this is a lighter layer right here. You can see it's much lighter, but there's still artifacts in it. I guess a piece of bone right there. We're going to dig it out too. And of course, the artifacts are still much deeper down there in those rocks. Let's go ahead and start with the bottle, because that's the one thing that I would prefer not to break. Let's see what we have. Good, it's a whole one. Property owners will be very pleased with that. No embossing that I can see. And clean the neck off. You got to be really careful when you do this, because if it's cracked, you can really cut your fingers pretty bad. But looking at the neck of that, this is a pretty old one. I don't know if it's Civil War era. I guess it could be, but it's probably not much later than that. Nice cork top. You can see how crude it is. See how crude the hole is? That tells you that it's an older or shoddier made, yeah, it is shoddier made bottle. That's a nice one there. Just some nice iridescence on it too. Just pull some of this out of stuff. Well, let me get my feet out of there. I'm gonna lay on my belly. Reach down here. It's my total arm length down in there on my belly. So some more of that pottery there. That metal strapping, I want to pull that out and look at it too. Get all these little pieces of pottery for them. They're really good at it. They can date that stuff really easy. They're good at it. Much better than me. It's a knife. That is a kitchen knife. Well, it could be a butcher knife. That's definitely a knife though. Table knife type knife. Yeah, so that's pretty exciting. Let's just move this rock. Just a little bit more. Let's make sure there's nothing. See all the pottery coming out of there and back behind there. So this whole area that's been filled with the trash from the house. And they could have thrown out Granddad's Confederate belt buckle too. For that matter, Revolutionary War belt buckle. Okay, those rocks are pretty tight. I'm gonna leave them for now. Don't see too much else in here I want to pull out. We'll pull out this pottery form. I think there was a little bit over here where I already got that. Yeah, I already got that. A little shard of glass. That doesn't look quite as old though, but it's pretty high in the hole. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get the metal detector out. We're going to run it around the hole a little bit, make sure there's no good high, heavy squeakers in there. And I'm going to backfill it. Oh, I'm really excited about getting back to this one though. It's going to be awesome. Sometimes there's some really good stuff in these. Let's go over the hole real quick before we backfill it. I'll bring a small loop next time too. I'm just listening for squeakers. I'll put on zero discrimination so you can hear everything. And you'll probably hear that fence too some. But we'll listen for the higher squeak towards the mid-tone. the iron. I'm just going to dig the obvious ones today. See that? Yeah, sticking out right there. Oh, the stuff in the bucket. Okay, I don't hear any obvious signals in the hole I want to dig. Let's check out the dirt pile. Again, we're just going to go real quick. I would take all the big rocks and throw them in first so that they don't pop through the ground later on. But I'm just going to put the loose dirt in there and put the rock shallow because I know they're going to want to dig this out again. I'm just going to shave off an inch or two, throw it in a hole, pick out any artifacts I see, and keep just running the metal detector over this too. Every inch or two, every couple inches. The house across the road from here, I dug out one of these areas just like this, and I found like 30 colonial coppers in one day. It was before I was making videos, but I got pictures of it. Maybe I'll post a picture of that at the end of the video. My one-day finds for digging a hole exactly like this. Before I completely backfill this, I'm going to lay everything out and take a picture of it for the owners, and I'll show that to you as well. Well, I'll make a little video clip of that as well, so you can see what we have so far today. I think this is going to be awesome, and I'm definitely going to get back here, hopefully next week or the week after. I'm looking forward to it. Okay, just a quick shot of what we found before it starts raining. I think it's going to rain. All right, doggy, what do we get? So far, this has nails down there I missed. This is what we have. We have lots of different pieces of crockery, some broken glass. I mean, not a lot of, like, I couldn't make a plate out of that, so that means there's a much larger area that these artifacts are in. So they're spread out all through here. Nails, I think that might be a knife. This is definitely a knife. One nice little bottle that is quite old. I'm very happy with that. And of course, Mr. Piggy with his tusk. So let me know if you want to come back. I sure do. We're going to see you then. Later.
She'll shake the coins from your pocket, take your gold chain and your locket. Mother Earth has no sympathy. She'll take the ring from your hand and bury it in the sand and keep it for eternity. Mother Earth, she's got her secrets, she's promised